Here we go. Okay, well, let's talk about what happened, because I'm sure you guys probably have a ton of questions. Some of you figured it out, some of you don't know. What happened, why it happened, what we can do to prevent this from happening again, and what the next step is. Wait, before we do that, I want to give the biggest shout out to everybody that's been involved in the car to finally get to that 7-second mark. Not just once, we backed it up. We went 3 times 7-second passes that night. Big shout out to everybody. You guys know who you are, from vendors to family to close friends to people that I don't even know. You guys that have been commenting, contacting me. It's been crazy, and the amount of support has been unreal. We got that 7-second pass together. As you can see, we hit the wall again. The semifinals, we made it all the way to the semifinals, and in the semifinals, we were racing our buddy with the Trans Am. I knew he was going to be the closest I've ran so far to what we were running, so I knew I had to get out and stay out. I knew that we were going to be outgunned in the finals, and to be honest, we wanted to hit the scramble all night long. I wanted to get to 34, 35 PSI. We've never been above 30. We've always kept it around 28. This is the first time we were kissing 30. We launch, 60 foot's great. Gets out to the 8th mile, great. So at the 8th mile, I grabbed the scramble, and it felt great. Up to the point, somewhere in between the 8th and the quarter, I don't know where exactly, sparks came out from the middle of the engine bay in front of the motor. Before or during that moment, I instantly started getting sideways. So at that time, I'm just steered the car to the right. I steered the car to the left. I pulled the parachute and then steered it to the right one more time. I really felt like I was gonna save it. I remember thinking to myself, I got it, I got it, I got it. And it wasn't enough. We did not have enough space. I just clipped what seemed like to me, I just clipped the quarter panel on the wall. And when I did that, it kind of magnetized me and sucked me over. The front sucked me over, and I ended up scratching the mirror just a little bit. I don't remember ever turning the car off, is the only issue that I'm having right now. I don't remember if I actually reached for the switch and turned it off, or if someone hit the kill switch, or what. Everyone was telling me it's not that bad, it's not that bad, and it doesn't look that bad because I wasn't all the way on the wall. Like I said, all we did was just clip this quarter. And then on top of that, I have 2 flat tires, and the wheel is messed up, and from there, we just had to figure out how we were gonna get it off the track. This is what I think happened. It doesn't look like the Holly was learning. Don't know why. We're still trying to figure that out, and we'll hopefully figure that out today. But we had the tune dialed in great for 29, 30 pounds. When I reached for that scramble, it made 34.8. For whatever reason, like I said, for whatever reason, it wasn't learning, and I think it went lean. Pressure, lifted the driver's side head, and that introduced pressured air into the cooling system. It ballooned up my radiator, and it spilled all the water underneath my tire. The pressure sensor would have seen a spike, and it would have shut the car down. We would have coasted to the finish line. Why I installed it for this purpose, and unfortunately I failed myself. Did not finish the install, and it cost me. I didn't have that safety net in there. Let's go and let's dive right into what's wrong with the car. Obviously the taillight is completely demolished. That's really all I have left of it. So that's a goner. The quarter panel is just hammered in. It's actually got damage here, damage here. The quarter panel's buckled right there. Yeah, it is not happy, that quarter panel. The rear bumper is just completely shaved down. This is all plastic stuff. It's got a hole in it now, so that's cool. My light is tore up. The deck lid, which is that's gonna be rough because that's fiberglass. Not something I can get repaired so easily. Before I had opened this deck lid, the deck lid was actually sitting on top of this quarter panel. I think there's a buckle right here on this quarter panel from the rear end, from the whole body being over. So that's cool. Luckily, thank you, Lord, there's no damage to Josh's wheels, because he let us borrow those wheels, if you guys don't remember, and I am so glad that it didn't take any damage past in the suspension or in the rear end. It just took it all on this corner, like I said. But the front wheel did sustain some damage. So this tire, they always look like they're low on air, and maybe they're too soft. Maybe I should consider getting a different type of tire. But during the skid at some point, you can see right there, it looks like, I bet you when we take this wheel off, that this will be a bald spot. It popped the tire. Once it popped the tire, this wheel was basically dragging on the track itself. So it looks pretty bad. However, like I said in a previous video, my boy Andy does do wheel repair. I think this wheel might be repairable. We'll have to take it off and take it to him to find out. Got a couple scratches here on the mirror. Nothing too major. One of my biggest concerns is the health of this motor, obviously. Our boys over at American Speed Shops, Hunter over there has already contacted me. He says he's got my back, so we just got to start digging into seeing what's wrong with it. This radiator is completely ballooned up. It is definitely not right. And I want to say that I feel like the sparks came from the radiator being ballooned up and dragging across the track. We don't know for sure yet. I've already pulled all the plugs. I've got them up here in my little lineup. I don't know where number 4 went. Oh, number 4 is still in the car. That's right. So as you can see, the right bank 862 seem to be fine. Number 1 cylinder on the left bank, the driver's side, seems to be good. And then 3, 5, and 7 is where it starts to get hairy right there. They look kind of, they're looking a little rough. They're not melted. They're definitely something going on there. They're not wet. There's no oil. There's no water. But as you can see, they're definitely brown. So we're gonna figure that out here, hopefully soon. Oh, it's Solomon.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Alive.
Yeah?
Yes. This was I mean, it's crazy, you know, how you hit the wall. That's the craziest thing, how you hit it, because it just hit that corner and swung around, you know what I mean? Luckily, you know. Yeah, I was saying in the video right before you got here, I felt like I almost had saved it. If I would have had probably another 3 to 4 inches, what we thought. So you saved a lot. This is what concerns me the most. So you can see, because when I first looked at the car initially, I was like,
You see this gap right here? How it's really big right there and then really small down there? Yeah, that's not good. Went over everything already on the what, the why, and how we can prevent it next time.
Oh, yeah.
Now we just have to dig into it and see. I'm going to make a list and see, kind of make a list on what it would take to fix it.
Okay, yeah. Really
and then from there we can sit on it and decide if I want to fix it.
If you want to fix it.
And what the cost of that would be.
Is this the worst it's ever been?
No, the first wreck at Texas 2K
that was the worst it's ever been?
Was worse than this, yes. First, or do you want to do the body?
Yeah, man, let's get in there. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is turn it.
Yeah, okay, we'll get it from the crank.
Let's jack up.
We'll spin it.
We'll jack up the car, put it on jack stands. I can take the wheels off. And we're going to turn the motor, make sure that it turns.
Yep.
And then we can dive into, maybe we'll take the valve covers off.
We can just take the whole top off, so we can just try to spin it by it. That way it's no force, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, nah.
We don't have to take the rockers off. I just want to look in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Valve covers, coils. Yeah. We'll turn the motor, then...
That way I can kind of hear if there's like a bent valve or something.
Yeah.
You know, that way I wanted
to. So, we'll dive into that first and we'll worry about the body later. Mr. Engine over here, Mr. Engine guy.
Mr. Engine guy.
Alright.